What's going on, guys, girls? Rob here with you this afternoon and evening. It's about 20 of 8. 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops is all I'm going to hold you here tonight. We got week one college football, okay? Um, Felt like doing it tonight. I may not do it every week. I don't know. But right now I had 10, 15 minutes. I thought I would donate it to the channel here. Thursday night, we got the University of Florida going to Utah, number 4 to Utah. Utah is a 6.5-point favorites. I like them in this game. I like Utah in this ball game. Florida's going to be improved, and I see that Vegas has them at 5.5 wins. Go over that total with Florida. Florida's going to be better than advertised, but they're not as good as Utah. Utah minus 6.5. Give up 6.5, take Utah. ECU, East Carolina, is going to Michigan. Don't forget Appalachian State 20 years ago, what, 2005, 2007, something. So it's 15, 20 years ago. A Carolina team came in, marched into Michigan, and beat them. East Carolina is not a great team right now, and Michigan is on a rise. I like Michigan big in this ball game. 36 points. I think they ride that. Give up the 36. Take Michigan in this ball game. University of Virginia at Tennessee. Tennessee is a 28-point favorite. They're playing in Nashville noon Saturday. Tennessee's good for it. Give up a 28. Take the home team in this one. Colorado at TCU. Now, I understand TCU loses a quarterback, 3 linemen, and, of course, their wide receiver, Quentin Johnston. I don't care. Colorado is a dumpster fire. TCU minus 21 points. Give up the 21. Take TCU in this ball game. Arkansas State traveling to Oklahoma. Oklahoma, a 35-point favorite this week. Take the home team. Take Oklahoma. Give up 35. What's up, King Twan? What's going on? Oklahoma's going to cover 35, no problem. Utah State at Iowa. This is a red flag one right here. Iowa's a 25.5-point favorite. Last season, Utah scored 30 points one time. One time all year, Utah scored 30 points. If they don't score 30 points here, they're not going to cover. I like Utah State in this ballgame. Iowa State will win the game outright. Utah State will cover the 25.5. Mercer traveling to Ole Miss. There's no line in this ball game. If you're able to get 3 touchdowns or less, take Ole Miss. Ole Miss covers. Portland State at Oregon. No line on that game. If you can get 4 touchdowns and you want to favorite, you can give away 28. Anything over 28, I like the dog in this game. Oregon wins outright. Ohio State, a 30-point favorite, going to Indiana this week. And Ryan Day is not so much on the hot seat, but this whole team, a lot of people's got a couple of question marks on it. And I think they're going to be trying to show off for the TV audience. I like taking the 30 points, and I like taking the dog, the home dog here. Indiana, they cover. They're not going to win outright, but Indiana covers 30 points. Ohio State wins outright. Boise State at Washington. Washington, UW, 14-point favorites this week. We know Boise State is tough at home, not so much on the road. I like giving up at 14 here in this ball game. I like Washington. I like Washington big in this ball game. I think they'll defeat Boise State, take care of business. Rice at Texas, number 11 Texas, 35-point favorites. This is one right here that kind of is a red flag for me as well. I know Texas is going to be very, very good. Yes, Are they 5 touchdowns better than a home state rival, Rice? I'm not so sure about this. I probably wouldn't touch this game either way. If you can get away from this game, get away from it. If I had to bet it, I probably would take the home favorite. I don't like it though. It's 35 is too many points in this game. I'm marking through this game. I'm not going to bet it. But if I had to, what's up, Dwayne? If I had to bet this game, I would take Texas and give them 35. But I think that's an edge. That's a sword's edge you don't want to play with. Don't touch this game. Tennessee State goes to Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Um, there's no line on this game right now. If you can get 28 points or less, if you can give up 28 or less, take Notre Dame. 29 or more, go with the road dog. Buffalo is heading to number 19, Wisconsin. Wisconsin's a 27.5-point favorite. The Buffalo Bulls, not the Beals, but the Bulls, are coming to Wisconsin. Wisconsin, we know, can run the football. And I don't think Buffalo has got the front 7 or the front 5 on the offensive line to really take charge of this game. I like Wisconsin. Give up at 27.5. It's actually 37.5. 37.5. Still do it. I still like Wisconsin in this ball game. I like Wisconsin. 37.5 or 27.5. Wisconsin covers. They win. UT Martin goes to Georgia. There's no line in this ball game. If you can get it for 40 points or less, you take Georgia in this ball game. Over 40, don't touch it. But if you can give up less 40 or less, take Georgia in this game. They're going to win big over UT Martin. Nevada against USC. USC a 38.5-point favorite. I told you last week, USC can score 50 points, 60 points, but they're going to give up 20 or 30. They're not going to cover this 38.5. Take the Wolfpack of Nevada right here, 30 plus the 38.5. Take Nevada. USC wins outright. No doubt about that. Nevada will cover. Southeast Missouri State going to Kansas State. There's no line there. Kansas State, a solid 3-touchdown favorite in this ball game. Don't have a problem there. New Mexico goes to Texas A&M. A&M, a 38-point favorite. This is one that Jimbo Fisher must win and must cover. This is a big one for him. Texas A&M does it. Give up the 38. Take A&M in this ball game. It's a night game. Middle Tennessee going to Alabama. Number 4 Alabama is 39.5-point favorites. If you know anything at all, you know their head coach does not walk away from totals or over-unders. He is going to cover. Nick Saban, 39.5. They'll win by 42 probably. Alabama wins big. Take Bama in this ball game. West Virginia at Penn State. Penn State, a 20.5-point favorite. This has got a red flag for me right here. I do not like this game at all. I really don't. I think West Virginia can cover. I'm not sure they can't win this ball game, but I don't think they can win it. But I think they can cover this ball game. 20.5 is too many points to give up week 1 to a team with a brand new quarterback. I don't like this game. I wouldn't touch it. Don't touch this game. But if you are going to play it with the 20.5, take West Virginia, take it light, but don't put it in a package deal with nothing else. I don't like this game at all this week. Penn State scares the hell out of me. Their opening games, a lot of times they play shaky. I like West Virginia if I had to bet on it, but I would not bet on it at all this week. North Carolina, a 2.5-point favorite against South Carolina, and they're going to be playing down in Charlotte, down where the Carolina Panthers field. It's 7:30 Saturday night. This is another game. I do not like this one at all. We know Carolina's quarterback is probably going to be up for the Heisman this year, But it's going to be very, very difficult to win the Heisman if you come out the gate losing to South Carolina. South Carolina is better than most people want to recognize. I think they can win this ball game outright. 2.5, two. It's right around the dangling edge. Probably one team wins by a field goal. It could be Carolina, South Carolina. It could be North Carolina. Don't touch this ball game at all. South Alabama goes to Tulane. Tulane is a 6.5-point favorite at home, 8 p.m. Saturday night. This is another one that scares me right here, folks. Vegas didn't feel good enough about this game to give to let Tulane be a 7-point favorite here. 6 and a hook. This is another one. I don't touch this game. Obviously, somebody feels like South Alabama is going to come in there and play well this week. I'm not one of them so much. I think Tulane can win and win by 30 points here, but something scares me here. This line, 6.5, I don't like it. Don't touch this line. If you're going to get a stack of picks, pick some of the earlier picks that I gave you or a couple of these later picks. Oregon State, 16.5-point favorites going to San Jose State. Don't forget now, Oregon State is starting Ukulele, the kid that came from Clemson. I didn't like him there, and I don't like him anymore here. San Jose State is going to be at home. 16.5-point dogs. They're dogs. Take that 16.5. Give it to the home team here, San Jose State. I like them at home this week. They don't win outright, but they're going to make it closer than that. LSU, 2.5-point favorites against Florida State, playing down in Orlando, down around Harris-Jessup territory. And shout outs to Harris. We'll tell you more about Harris in just a minute, about what's going on with Harris. Number 8, FSU. We know they have gotten a lot better, but we know LSU has gotten a lot better. 2.5 kind of is a little bit of a scare for me right here. I think LSU's a better team here, but we gotta see how they play. I like LSU and giving up at 2.5 here, though. I feel pretty comfortable about it. FSU is going to be a better team this year. They're going to lose a couple of games. This will be one of them. And if they were at home, I would take Florida State. Neutral site, I like LSU in this game. Clemson, 12.5-point favorites going to Duke. We know Clemson's got a brand new quarterback. What's up, Bob Bryant? We know Clemson's got a brand new quarterback. They got 2 new wide receivers, and they got a new defensive backfield. It doesn't matter. They're going to beat Duke. Their front 7 and their offensive line will allow them to run the football down Duke's throat. Duke does not have the players and the wherewithal to put up with a Clemson team for 60 minutes. Clemson may be up 6-0 at half. Don't let that scare you. They will cover this game. 12.5. I like Clemson. I like Clemson big this week. My locks of the week. Utah, 6.5. They will cover at home against Florida. Florida may put a scare on them early. Utah will cover double digits in this ball game. Tennessee against University of Virginia. Give it 28. Take Tennessee. That is another lock of the week. Utah State. You're getting 25.5 against Iowa. Iowa scored 30 once. They're not going to score 30. And if they don't score 30 this weekend, all Utah State's got to do is put a touchdown on the board. I think they'll do that. Even against a rugged Iowa defense, I think Utah State finds one way to get in the end zone, maybe 2. 25.5 is way too many points. I like Utah State, the home dog in this ball game. Let's see. Buffalo against Wisconsin. Wisconsin is the better team. They're going to run it down their throat. They'll throw it if they have to. 37.5 is not going to be a problem. Wisconsin will walk over the Buffalo Bulls this week. And Nevada. I like Nevada at USC. USC a 38.5-point favorite. Like I say, USC can put 50 on the board, but they're going to give up 25. They're not going to cover 38.5. Take Nevada to Wolfpack this week, and USC will cover outright. I mean, they will win outright. Nevada will not allow them to cover the 38.5. I want to wish everyone a great, great rest of your Tuesday evening. I wanted to take about 15 minutes of your time. Go back and watch these picks this week. Don't forget, Thursday night game, Florida at Utah. It's going to be on at 8 p.m. Thursday evening. I like Utah pretty big in this ball game. They are 6.5-point favorites. I think they win by double digits. But Florida will show us something, I think, in this game. And they're going to be better than most people think. God bless. Talk to you later. And, oh, yeah, Harris, get better, my friend. Harris was in an accident a couple days ago, if you haven't heard. Total loss. He and his sister went in an SUV, and tractor trailer actually ran over their vehicle or ran them into a wall. And his sister's still in the hospital, and he is slowly progressing. He's coming along slowly, but yeah, Harris has been in a bad way. I haven't seen him, but I have talked to him a little bit. Matt Sharver, shout out to you, my friend. Talked to Matt today for probably 15 minutes. Hurricane is coming his way. They're expecting it, the eye of it, just above where he lives, about 1 a.m. Very, very scary situation. Anytime we're talking hurricanes and nighttime, they can always bring on tornadoes. They can bring on flooding. Be careful down in Florida. Be very, very careful. We're thinking about Harris. We're thinking about Matt. We are thinking about you, my friend. I want you to know about that. God bless. We will talk to you very, very soon. And Bob Bryant, we'll have him on the show very soon too. And we're praying for Bob. He's going through procedure here pretty soon. And we'll let him talk to you more about that on the channel. But he's going to be treated for some cancer soon. So God bless. We'll talk to everybody soon. And be good, my friends. Bye-bye.